Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And what we've been doing recently is going through the MEGADECK. This is every single card that has never been pulled on this channel from any of the decks that we've looked at over the past year, all put together into one big deck that we're pulling a card a day from randomly in no particular order. And if you haven't been on this channel for a long time and you haven't seen the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck being read, I do have a playlist with those readings from the other cards that we looked at previously, and today's card is the Stargate heart, representing heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. And I'm just going to start out by saying a few things. We always want to go through the messages that are coming directly from the card, from the image, from the words that have been chosen to be representative of the energy of this particular image that the artist has drawn, and that these readings in the book, and we will go through the reading in the book as well in a minute. I haven't looked at it. You and I are going to go through that for the first time in just a few minutes, but we always want to get as much information as possible from these cards, from the reading as well. So besides looking in the book, just getting the information that's coming directly from the image. Obviously, heart chakra activation, full on, with blues, greens. You've got third eye chakra as well as throat chakra, speaking your truth, also in this. And at the center, which is basically, I feel like it's energizing or powering this particular portal. Remember, all of the cards in this deck are all going to be portal cards. They're all going to be gateways, activation, invitations to step out of a space that you have maybe become too familiar with, that's gotten a little stale, a little old, very comfortable, very familiar, but old energy, old stories, old you that is no longer, it doesn't fit you anymore. It's like a skin that needs to be shed. We've got this Merkaba, which is literally the fifth dimensional geometric construct representation on our three-dimensional reality space. The Merkaba is an extremely powerful, if you are not familiar with that particular working for that geometric structure, I do encourage you to look up and find as much information as possible on the Merkaba. You have a Merkaba that is kind of generated from your energetic body individually, and we are all basically walking Merkabas. So it's always very important to be paying attention to the kind of energy that we're generating, what we are saying with our words, what we are saying with our emotions and our thoughts. All of these are all vibrations that are all affecting our personal energetic space, and because our energetic space is not cut off, there's no boundary line between where our energy stops and where someone else's energy begins. So we are always interacting with each other. We are always interacting with the world energy. And those of us like you here on this channel, as well as other channels on YouTube, other platforms that have similar messages that are keep being relayed over and over and over again. I know you're probably sick to absolute misery of hearing me saying this over and over again, but I just can't say it often enough. Our entire purpose for being on this planet is to be our authentic selves. And the only way we can do that is by having our heart chakra activated, open, engaged. It is our fourth dimensional chakra. Our third dimensional chakra, just below that, the solar plexus, working from our gut, living from our gut, going by instinct, going by intuition. That's all perfectly fine and right and proper for this three-dimensional experience, but we are being invited, encouraged, and led out of the three-dimensional boundaries and into a fourth-dimensional transfiguration, transformation of our entire structure, our DNA, our cells, our molecular structure, our vibrational energy, all of our different energetic bodies, etheric and aural, all of that is all being upgraded. And we're all kind of pushing for the same thing. It's what, the 100th monkey? And then the scale tips and we move into a new reality on a planetary basis. So that's what we are working for, those like you who are visiting this channel specifically, my channel here, Kat Morgan, as well as other channels like this, like my channel on YouTube and on other platforms that are all preaching the same thing. It's Bashar's principles, it's Abraham Hicks' principles, it's Neville Goddard's principles, it's Brian Tracy's principles, it's Wayne Dyer's principles. All of these learned masters, ascended masters, have all been telling us, encouraging us, guiding us to do the same thing, to step outside of this three-dimensional boundary into that space of love. That's what the fourth dimension is. Operating from the heart chakra, being safe enough in who you know you are, that you can be authentic, you can be your true self. You can walk into a place, a grocery store, a family gathering, a group of friends, a work situation, and you can be your true self. You can show love freely, without apology, without feeling like you have to make some kind of reason for why you are operating from this place where you're looking for the highest and greatest good for all. That's our purpose. That's the whole reason why we're here. And that is literally what this Stargate card is activating. The Stargate heart. The heart of the Stargate. Representing the heart chakra opening. Representing unlocking. We've been, again, talking about this idea of you want to have healthy boundaries, but you don't need to have walls. We don't need to defend ourselves against people. We aren't looking for a validation outside of ourselves for what we are doing and what we are thinking and what we are feeling, because we know we are operating from a place of love. There is nothing that anybody can say that can target with any kind of damage when you are coming from a place of love. They may say something that feels hurtful, that stings, that your ego immediately wants to react to and come up with anger and attack, right? Be on the offensive. We don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to live that way. We can look at somebody and say, I can acknowledge that you believe that to be true. I don't agree with it, but I allow you the option of believing it to be so. Doesn't make it so. Your belief doesn't make it so. Their belief doesn't make it true any more than your belief in anything makes it true for them. The only thing your belief makes it true for is you. What is true for you. You're the only person that you're responsible for. And you're the only person you're accountable to. But then the same thing applies across the board to everybody else. Nobody else is accountable to you for what they do, what they say, how they act, the decisions that they make, the path that they decide to take. You may not agree with it, and that is your choice. That is your option. You can still choose to love them as a holy, amazing, beautiful being of light and love, which we all are. Even the most horrendously wicked person you can possibly think of. Removing psychological damage, that may have been done to somebody, when you get down to their core, there's a small, very frightened, very hurt, very scared little person inside of them that has been lashing out and causing all of this damage, that has maybe been mentally, emotionally damaged to not be able to function in our world. How unfortunate for them. How sad. We want to give them love. We want to give them forgiveness. We don't have to agree with what they're doing. That's not the point. The point is to simply stop trying to be responsible for what everybody else is doing and to try to hold other people accountable to us. That's where we get it all wrong. We are responsible for ourselves and we are accountable to ourselves. And Stargate Heart is telling us that very clearly, unlocking generosity. When you are operating from that place of love, of divine love, self-love, self-respect, self-compassion, self-forgiveness. You are so strong in who you know you to be that nobody can touch you. Nobody can touch you. You can be generous with your love. You can be generous with your affection. You can be generous with your attention and time. You have more than enough. Your cup is so overflowing with love and peace and joy. The only thing you can do is share it. Be generous, coming from that place of love. Look at this beautiful white golden light just pouring out of this portal, washing over you, washing away all of that negative energy, washing away all of that stale, stagnant energy, blooming you, blossoming you into abundance, into success, into your integrity. Let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for us. There'll be 3 sections. The first is just a general overview about the card. The second part will be how you can connect with the card personally. And the third part will be an individual message just for you. So let me move this over here. Better. Thank you. All right. Stargate Heart. The heart chakra is our connection to love and generosity. When opened, it can take us on a powerful expedition to experience love. In Sanskrit, it is known as anahata, which means unstuck or even unbroken, revealing that even though we may feel our heart is broken, our true spiritual heart is always whole. The heart chakra governs all aspects of our heart, including relationships, what lights us up, and of course, our self-worth. This gateway transports us to an emerald city, the temple of our heart. This sacred space within is a place of wonder and love. Here we are reminded of the sacredness we hold within and are encouraged to know that, although it's like a hidden treasure, this beauty deserves to be seen and enjoyed by the outer world. In the gateway image, there is a path to the Emerald City, but is a path less traveled. This can represent many years of denying our self-worth, and also moments during many lifetimes where we have pushed love away. But now we are moving closer to the love we are. Connecting with this card. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and release. Place your hands on your heart space and breathe deeply. Invite the sacred temple within to lower its drawbridge and open its gates so that you can experience love in harmony. Your message. Your heart space is a sacred space deep within you. For some time, You have protected it with psychic shields that have not only stopped you from being hurt, but also stopped you from feeling love. This gateway appears, showing you that you have finally dropped those shields and are ready to experience love. Universal wisdom wants you to know that this is your divine right. You are a highly empathic and generous soul who has so much to give, and you are being called forth to reveal the deeper and more vulnerable aspects of your being. Divine light beings are surrounding you, holding you, and encouraging you to relax. All the restrictions and blockages of your heart space have now been removed. The worst is behind you, and the world needs you. Bam! That is exactly it. The world needs you. The world needs you, love. The world needs your love. So much, so much. All we have to do is just look around us at our world, at our local environment, at our national environment, at our global environment, and where is there not a space that could use more love? So send your love. It is a never-ending, infinite source of power, of wisdom, of love energy that pours through you, from you, through you, out into the world. And we need your special light. The love that you bring to this world is unique and different from the love anybody else can bring, because you are a unique individual. I've said this how many times before. What you do is important. What you do matters. Who you are matters. You are important. You are necessary for this reality to exist. You are part of this tapestry of the human collective, which runs from all parallel realities, all parallel universes, all time, past, future, present, all of it. We are all connected and all a part of that collective. And our energy goes in and creates more light, more love, more joy, more peace. So this card is inviting you to step through this portal of love, through the Stargate heart. Open your heart chakra. Let down the walls. They are no longer needed. You know who you are. No one can hurt you anymore. You are invincible. You are no longer vulnerable to hurt. Your ego has been subsumed into love. It's still there. You are still your unique individual being, expanded, increased in love quotient, in light quotient. You are even more true to who you truly are. Beautiful, amazing message for today. Be blessed. Blessings, blessings, blessings upon you. Be thrice blessed. This is an amazing day before you. Be looking for those opportunities to share more love with this world, in your space, in your life. I love you. If you haven't heard that recently, if someone hasn't said that to you in a while, you can't say that anymore because I just said it to you. I love you. You are amazing. You are more powerful than you realize, and you are more than enough. You have always been more than enough. So open up that heart chakra, love. Unlock those doors and let your love and light shine out. Blessings to you. Namaste and ciao for now.